G'day guys, I'm AJ, and yesterday I watched Hoppers. I am a bit sick, so if you're like, why she sounds a bit different, that's why. And it was amazing, but at the same time, it like confirmed the Pixar theory. Like, it didn't just have a little nod or Easter egg, it had like a full diagram shown right at us. Literally. And at the same time, it ruined the Pixar theory. So let me explain, and I don't think it really has any spoilers other than like what's in the trailers. This theory, I mean, like not like plot spoilers, you know, like the twists and stuff at the end, how it ends, you know. So in this movie, ants and like insects can talk to the mammals, and the only animal that can't talk to each other is humans, and every other animal, like every other animal speaks like, you know, the same language. You know, the birds and the frogs and the fish, they all understand each other. And this seems to line up with the Pixar theory at first. I mean, in Finding Nemo, the fish and the birds, in their case the pelicans, understand each other. But then, like, in A Bug's Life, the ants do not understand the bird at all. Like, and in Up, the dogs do not understand the bird, Kevin, and then in the separate series, Doug's Day, they have, what's his name, Russell, like in the last episode of Doug's Day, not including Carl's date, in the episode called Science, Russell makes collars for the squirrel and a bird, the same sort of collars that Doug has, and these animals act like they've never communicated before. And like, we see that Doug can't communicate with the squirrel in an earlier episode, like they can't talk English. They could like communicate, but they can't like speak fluently to each other in the same way we see in Hoppers. And like, you might just think, oh, that's because Doug is domesticated. But then like, the bird and the squirrel seem so surprised that they can talk to each other. And they're like, what is this? How is this voice coming out of me? Yeah, I mean, I need to get Disney Plus and rewatch that episode, but it just doesn't really work. In the diagram that we see a lot of things around it, but the main thing we see is the thing from Up. So we know it has to connect to Up. Up just can't be a movie that connects like I feel like A Bug's Life is. And like, also in all the other animal-centric Pixar movies, we never get like an ant talking to anyone else. Like, we never get an ant talking to a fish or anything. It's just in Hoppers. And I don't want to make this plot hole. I want all of the Pixar and movies and stuff to fit, but it just, you know, it just doesn't work. You get the idea that that fish and insects don't, you know, like correlate into it in Zootopia, which is in my theories if you watch my last episode. But I guess Zootopia, if we're just talking about the Pixar theory for now, and not talking about my extended theory, including the 2010s and beyond. You know, the 3D animated Disney movies. If we just focus on Pixar movies, then yeah, there still is a plot hole. And yeah, so we see the collars that Muntz had for his dogs in Hoppers. We see it in this chalkboard diagram, or was it a whiteboard? I don't know. Maybe it was a whiteboard. That makes more sense. But at the same time, there's also like the plot hole of like Up seems to have happened around 2006 to 2008, and Muntz seem to have left to Paradise Falls and therefore had the collars since 1934. And like, I'm pretty sure that Hoppers is set way before 1934. Sorry, way after 1934, and also after at least 2008, I think. I mean, it was probably like Elio, the last movie that we saw, was set in 2025, this year. I mean, last year, the year that it came out. So, like, and most of the Pixar movies are also set in their year. So if you like base it off that, it would be about 2026. Like looking at the technology and stuff, it could be anywhere between, I don't know, 2012 maybe, when Toy Story 4, Toy Story 5 would have been set, or excuse him, or like 2020 when Soul was set. I mean, there's no mention of aliens in it. And obviously, aliens have been discovered by 2020 when Elio was set. So I feel like it would be somewhere in between maybe 2024 and 2012-ish. When do you think it was set? And like, and there are loads of other stuff that I could talk about. Like, I'll tell you all the Easter eggs that just I spotted watching the movie. So I guess now that we'll go into spoilers a little bit. But at the beginning, in the class pet turtle or tortoise, I guess, that we saw at the beginning, his name was Crush. It said in like a little piece of paper, my name's Crush. And then there was a guinea pig, there was a guinea pig for like 5 seconds. And then there was, I saw in the council the birds from the Pixar short where they, make weird noises and they're all sitting on the wires, the electric wires. There's a better word for that. I also saw on the mayor's computer him with the same scout group that Russell is in. He was like in a photo with all of them around him. So I guess that scout group is still going strong. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Can you help me fill in these plot holes? I'll wait until Super Carlin Brothers make a How Hoppers Fits into the Pixar Theory video to properly analyze where it would fit into my Disneyverse theory. And I do have an idea for a new theory, so that'll be coming soon when I'm not sick. And I'll see you guys next time when I'm hopefully not sick and I rant about something else. Bye.